The new jobs report is out and it is bombastic. It is ridiculous. It's more than twice what or around twice what the expected number was supposed to be. Nobody expected it. And again, the economists were all wrong. Let me let you first hear the little piece where it was broken this morning, and then we're going to talk a little bit about economics. Let's check it out, and then we'll take it on the other side.
Breaking news on the economy. This economy, we've been saying it here for 6 months now. It's just a crazy strong economy. The Fed has tried to tamp it down, tried to throw water on it. It's just on fire, and it continues like red hot.
This is a staggering number that just crossed. We're going to talk to Andrew Ross Sorkin in just a moment, but we'll give you the numbers first. The U.S. economy added 355,000 jobs last month. Almost double the expectation. The expectation from experts was 180,000, up to 353. And by the way, the December number was revised up to 333,000. So the last couple of months have been incredibly strong. 15 million almost now jobs added since President Biden took office, and we're well over pre-pandemic. So This isn't about the post-pandemic recovery. This is about a growing economy, well past the number of jobs we had before the pandemic even.
Yeah. And Chris, we're in February. Yeah. The election's not until November. If we continue on this track, we've seen, the numbers all keep going up, inflation coming down. Most importantly, those University of Michigan surveys on confidence of consumers shooting up right now. These are the sort of things, there's a separation in the polls between Joe Biden's approval ratings and what people are thinking about the economy. That goes away.
All right, let's be clear here. This is not surprising. The economists at this point in time are out of their leagues. Well, I'm talking about the neoliberal type economists, okay? The real economists, the ones like Stephanie Kelton or let's say Richard Wolff, who we've interviewed here several times, these guys truly understand economics, right? Because here is the deal. Under the conservative plans, under the neoliberal plans, which means moderate democratic plans as well, the idea is that in the case of conservatives, you give all the monies up to the top and somehow it's going to trickle down. That's their concept. It has never worked. The Laffer curve has always been a laugh, okay? It was always just funny that anybody could, of any sense of any form or intelligence, would believe the validity of the Laffer curve. But let's leave that alone. The neoliberals, yes, they believe in giving a little bit of peanuts to the masses to prevent them from starving. But then again, they do culture the wealthy class. They do culture the capitalists. But the true progressive, that person who really sees the value in work, that person who really sees the values for those who actually attain something, complete something, build something, innovate something, the ones who believe that innovation is the average person who innovates and not the one who pays them to innovate, right? There's a difference, because the one who pays them to innovate gets the spoils from said innovation. But by definition, that tells you that innovation does not require the payments of the spoils, because so far in our economic system, we have learned how to give away the spoils to the top. You never hear the engineer saying, I created that particular type of material, and Joe Blow, who owns stock in this company, is making a permanent living off of the dividends from my creation, as I got paid once. You see, when the Powell memo came out, it came out to make most Americans dumb. It came out to say, you need to understand that the reason why the rich guy who creates nothing has to make a profit is so that innovation can continue. And he is the one who pays the innovator for said innovation. So doesn't it make sense for us to get rid of the one who pays the innovator to innovate and makes sure that the innovator collects for his own spoils? Again, that is where this new economic system that we are talking about it's all about. What you saw, the reason why the Biden economy thus far has been successful is two economic policies: Keynesian economics and MMT, modern monetary theory. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Stephanie Kelton's explanation of modern monetary theory and the slacks in our economic system explains what we are seeing right now. Yes, Biden deficit spent like a drunken sailor, but he deficit spended the amount of money the economy had the slack for, such that absent corporate greed, the inflation rate at this point in time is non-existent. You say, "Oh, Egberto, but it's 3% or so." No, it's not the inflation rate that's at 3%. It's the corporate greed rate that's at 3%. We need to call it the CGR. The CGR is at 3%. Nothing else. We have a glut of oil all over. We are floating in oil. There's no reason for the price of oil to be where it's at right now. CGR, remember that, corporate greed index. Well, I call it the corporate greed rate, right? CGR, just not inflation rate, but corporate greed rate. So going forward, the next time another activist or somebody tells you about, well, how are we going to explain the inflation rate? You ask them a simple question. What inflation rate? There is no inflation. What we have is CGR. Okay? Remember that. We are going to be speaking going forward about CGR, period.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.